Gigo.
Hello everyone, I'm Teacher Raccoon. Today we're going to look at the AI checkout from Lesson 7. Have you ever been to a hypermarket? Because hiring staff is very expensive, some businesses promote self-checkout areas. In a self-checkout area, you can scan your own product barcodes. Today we are going to make an AI checkout. It can scan the objects, but without a barcode, and then it can calculate the total price. Let's build the model. Okay, we've completed the AI checkout. Before programming, let's look at the operation of the model. Once we press the L button, the AI checkout will enter scan mode. Then we can show the product card we want to buy. Once it's recognized, the price is displayed on the screen. When we have scanned all the products, we can do a settlement by pressing the force sensor. After settlement, we press the R button to reset the total to 0. Pressing the L button again puts the device back into scan mode. It has lights to indicate the different modes. This model uses the lights and buttons to show and select the different modes. Let's get started. We'll start by doing some programming. First, click Board and add the Use Wi-Fi to control block. Update your device ID. Then, click Gigo and add 2 LED pin is set status on blocks. Remember to turn off the 2 LED lights to avoid an accidental start. We use 2 LED lights, a green one on pin A and a red one on pin E. So, turn off the green light and the red light. This model uses book cards and can cards as objects. The programming concepts are similar to Lesson 2, the AI sorter. Click Image Classification and then add the Set the Model block. Then the first thing we have to do is select the model. What model do we select? Let's review the Dropbox file from Lesson 2. This model uses the file labeled 14.1 for image recognition. Why do we use 14.1? Well, we also use these 3 cards in Lesson 14, so the concept is similar. Remember to download the file to the SD card first, and then enter 14.1. Next we're going to enter our categories. First is this can card. Cans are metal, and Lesson 14 is a waste sorting device, so enter metal here. The book paper, so enter paper here. The last is an empty set, so we enter null. Now we have 3 categories: metal, paper, null. Next, let's create some variables. In this lesson, we need 4 variables. First is status. Why do we need to do that? Well, we will have a lot of modes, such as a ready mode, a scan mode, and a settlement mode. We need to let the AI control box know which mode it is, through these variables. The second variable is value, which represents the total price. The third variable is metal value, which represents the price of the can. The last variable is paper value, which represents the price of the book. So in total we'll use 4 variables to control the model. Let's review those again. First is status, to determine the current mode. The second is value, to calculate the total price. Then there's paper value for the price of books, and metal value for the price of cans. Now, click Variable, and add the Set Variable to block. Click Math and then add Zero block. Change the variable to Status. We'll use a number to represent each different mode, and 0 represents ready mode. Copy this block and change the status to value. Nothing is scanned initially, so the total shows 0. Copy this block and change the value to paper value. For the book, let's make it $400 NTD. For the can, let's say $300 NTD. So you will set these 4 variables at the beginning. The status and value are both 0, the paper is 400, and the can is 300. Now we can set up the conditions. Click Loops, then add a repeat forever do block. Click Image Classification, then add a Start Identification block. Click Logic, then add an If Do block. Click Logic, then add an Equal block. The value shows 0 if the model is in ready mode. Next, we can just copy the 0 block above. Click Variable, then add a status block. What should do to show the device is in ready mode? Let's make it light up 2 LEDs. So, copy these 2 blocks, and change the status to On. Now we know that if both LEDs are on, it is ready. Copy these blocks so that we can rewrite some parts for the next mode. Remove these 2 blocks, click Logic, and then replace it with an End block. Add 2 equal blocks in both spaces. Because we'll have 2 conditions, and both must match the scan mode. Click Button, and then add a Get Button status block. Here, L refers to the left button. If the value is 0, it means the button is being pressed, 1 means it is not. Let's finish the back part. Copy these two blocks and add them. So why do we have to set the status to 0? Well, if you press the L button in other modes, it may accidentally enter scan mode. So, we have to set his restriction. So it has to meet a previous condition before entering the next program. In other words, to begin, it must be in ready mode. Then we can trigger scanning, just by pressing the left button, change both status of LED lights from on to off. Remember, the variable status must be 0, so that it can enter scan mode via the L button. Let's complete the scan mode program. Click Variables and then add Set Status to 1. We'll use 0, 1 and 2 to represent the different modes, where 1 is scan mode. Next, we need to set the screen to display to show which mode the model is currently in. Click LCD Screen, and then add a clear LCD Views and LCD Display Text block. You can change the text position to whatever you like. Enter Start Checkout to show that the device is ready to scan. Next, click Loops, and then add a waiting 1 second block. Now we have completed the scan mode program. Click the blue gear icon, and pull in the Else If block below. Next we'll look at the settlement mode. It's actually very simple. Copy this block, then remove the Get button L status block. Because we want to use the force sensor to settle, click Gigo, then add the Get button A status block. Change pin A to B. Remember, L and R refer to the buttons on the AI control box, and B means pin B. Make sure there is also a status equals 0 block behind the program. Change 0 to 1, since now it is in scan mode. Copy the LED pin set status on block, so it lights up at settlement. Copy the clear LCD views and LCD display text blocks again. Change Start Checkout to Total Amount to display the total price. In addition to the name, we also need to show the amount due. So click LCD Screen, then add an LCD Draw Text block. Change Hello to Value, so that it will display the total. Add a waiting 1 second block and change it to 5 seconds. Now it will display the total price for 5 seconds. Copy the set status to 1 block and change 1 to 2, as we want it to enter settlement mode. Add a set value to 0 block. Do you know why we add the set value to 0? Because when the settlement has been completed, we need to clear the price to prevent it from being added to the next scan. Let's review the program so far. First, if the variable status is 0, it'll turn off the LED lights. If you press L and the variable status is 0, it enters scan mode and changes the variable status from 0 to 1. It also displays the text, Start Checkout, to let you know which mode it is in. After scanning, press the force sensor to enter settlement mode. In settlement mode, it displays the total price and changes the variable status from 1 to 2. After displaying the price for 5 seconds, it resets the total price to 0. Okay, now we'll make it loop so that it can go back to its ready mode. Click the blue gear icon and then add an else if command. Copy these blocks again. Change L to R and set the variable status to 2. If we press R and the status equals 2, then it will switch from settlement mode to ready mode. Copy these blocks to clear the screen and display a new text message. Enter clear checkout amount so that we know the total has reset. Copy the set status to 2 block, then change 2 to 1. Don't set it to 3, or it won't loop back to ready mode. The L and R buttons and the force sensor will be used to select the different modes. Let's add a 1-second wait time. Remember to set the variable status to 0 here, so that it can loop. So the variable status is 0 at first. After pressing L, it changes to 1 and enters scan mode. When you press the force sensor, it changes to 2, then enters settlement mode. Press R and reset it to 0. To restart, press L. So this is the logic for all 3 modes. Now, let's complete the part of the program for scanning prices. Click Logic, then add an if, do block. The device must be in scan mode, so the status should be set to 1. If the status is not 1, it means it is in a different mode, so it won't scan. Add an if, do block again. Copy these blocks, we can adjust them later. The program we are going to write is very similar to lesson 1. Click Image Classification, then add Get Identification Name and Get Identification Confidence blocks. Let's input the metal price first. Remove the 0 block and replace it with a text block. Enter metal, which means it has detected the CAN card. Confidence level should be greater than or equal to 0.8. Then, if it scans the CAN card and the confidence is greater than or equal to 0.8, it should display the price of metal. So, copy these blocks to clear and display the new text. Change the variable value to metal value. Here, let's make the green LED flash. Click Functions to create a new function called LED. Let's say I want the green light to flash if it scans an object. Then I copy the LED pin is set status off block twice, then change one to on and the other to off. Add a waiting 1 second block, so it will light up for 1 second and then go off. Okay, we completed the function. Let's back to the program we just written. Click Functions, then add an LED block. Now it will display price, but also the green LED will flash. The next program is very important. Click Variable, then add a set value to block. Because the variable value means total price, we'll use it to add up what we've scanned. So click Variable, then add the value and metal value blocks. Put them into the plus block from Math. Why do you think we need these two variables? Because if it doesn't scan anything, then the value should be 0. If it scans the metal CAN card and the price of metal is $300, the first total price will be 0 plus 300, so 300. If we scan the metal CAN card again, it will add another 300. So the total price will be the first 300, plus the second 300, which equals 600. Remember, in addition to displaying the unit price, it has to calculate the total price. Okay, now we've completed the metal program. Copy the waiting 1 second block and change it to 0.5 second. The next program is very similar to the program we just wrote, so it should be very easy. Just copy all these blocks and change metal to paper. For paper, we'll change the confidence from 0.8 to 0.6. If it scans the paper book card and the confidence is greater than or equal to 0.6, it should clear the display, then show the price of paper. Change metal value to paper value so that it will display $400. The rest of the program is the same as before, including the LEDs and total price calculation. What we really need to change is the metal value to paper value. This is very important. You don't want it scan the paper, then add the metal price. Make sure the prices of the scanned items are correct. Copy the waiting 0.5 seconds block again. It looks very complex, right? But when you understand the logic, you'll see that it's not that complex. In fact, we have just made 3 distinct modes, which we call a status. Let's do one more quick review. First, turn off both LED lights. Then use the 14.1 model, which includes 3 categories: metal, paper and null. There are 4 variables. The first is status, which describes the current state. The second is value, which describes total price. Finally, we have the paper and metal prices. In the beginning, the device is in ready mode, state equals 0, and the lights are all on. Press the L button to enter scan mode. What action will it perform in scan mode? Well, that corresponds to the program below. As long as the status is equal to 1, the metal and paper prices will be added up. After everything is scanned, we do the settlement. So, we press the force sensor to enter settlement mode. Change the variable status to 2 after settlement. The screen will show our total price. Press R, then the variable status changes to 0. This clears the current total price, and wait a second. Right, let's send the program to the device and see it in action. Turn on the power to start the test. You can see that it is in the ready mode, and both LEDs are on. Now press L to change the variable status to 1. It'll display Start Checkout after you press L. Now we can scan the goods we want to buy. Let's scan the King card first. The price is $300, and the LED light flashes for 1 second. Next is the book card. Let's say I bought 2 books, so I have to scan it twice. The first scan is $400. Okay, let's scan another one. Very good, this one is also $400. So, I bought 2 books and a can. Now I want to enter settlement mode, so I press the pressure sensor. The total should be $1,100 NTD. Let's see if it gets it right. Nice, $1,100 NTD, the program worked perfectly. As long as the red light is still on, the device is still in settlement mode. Next, I just hit R, and it displays the text, clear checkout amount, and clears the total price. After that, it returns to ready mode, and both LEDs are on, which completes the loop. If we want to scan more things, just press L again. Thanks for watching this video. This was the AI checkout from Lesson 7.